Hey everybody, my name is John DePietro, and it is a pleasure. It is a pleasure. Let me say that the third time. It is a great pleasure to welcome you to another segment of My Life with Kenny Rogers. Now, I should tell you this. It's not about my life with Kenny Rogers. It's about the life of our guests. And we've got a very special guest today. His name is Mr. Bucky Harris. And before we bring Bucky onto the mic, we want to let you know that if you like this video, there are several of these that are being put together with virtually every aspect of the Kenny entertainment family, from band members to Kenny's bus driver to crew members to super fans, etc. But down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, there's a little red button that says subscribe. So hit that button, and then you will get every one of these new ones that come out before the general public. So with that being said, please like it. And when you hit the red button, then there's another thing that comes up. Hit that too, and that means you're a super fan. So let's go to our guest, Mr. Bucky Harris. Bucky, I need to introduce you by saying you are the person that with the longest story to tell about the lead up to how you met Kenny Rogers, but the shortest time you spent with Kenny Rogers. So go ahead, tell us your story, and we're going to sit back and listen because it's a great story.
Hey, John, thanks so much for having me. This has been an honor. And when you started and I saw the guys on these shows, I'm going, wow, you know, there is a story, and it's a humble thing. You know, it's just amazing serendipity kind of situation. But I'll just get to the point because I want to belabor it. But there's so many serendipity things that have happened. So cuts it short. I grew up in Nashville, left Nashville, graduated, went to college, came back. My parents had moved to Huntsville, Alabama. So I didn't like where I was in St. Louis at the university. It was a little hard for me. So I went to the University of Alabama, lived at home, played gigs in town. A band came through with this tall lead singer, and he got a gig at this club called the Hi-Fi Club. And it was packed 7 nights a week and Sunday afternoons with us playing as a dance band. He was really a good entertainer, a little firmish. That's the reason he's not a star by any means. But anyway, the club owner said, hey, man, you know, this is great. You're packing the place, but let's get something going here in town. Everything's hot in town. Huntsville, Alabama's on fire with the NASA, Arsenal, IBM, Leah Kyoka with the K-car automated. It was the first Chrysler. It was a big deal. And there were people from all over the world lived there. It wasn't a hick town in Alabama by any means. Clubs everywhere with entertainment. So he decides he wants to say, I said, call this guy in Atlanta I know, Hugh Rogers. He books regional stuff, and see what he can do. Ends up, he gets Jerry Lee Lewis, Al Hibbler, Don't Let Go, Roy Head, Treat Her Right.
Hey.
The Dixie Cups going to the chapel, and then the Drifters. Now, which Drifters, I don't know. It doesn't matter. So
but there are about 12 different drifter groups all using.
Well, at that time, I don't think it was quite that bad. But whatever the case, it didn't matter. So they come through, and they had pretty much a semi-self-contained band of the drummer. And they come in for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 nights, the last act that had been in the series through the summer. And there's this young brother. His name's Bobby Daniels. He's 18, I'm 19. He'd never been to Huntsville. We just hung out, became friends, hung out the days and played, you know, whatever, played the gig at night. We were the dance band, they were the show. And they're gone. Good friend. 11 years later.
So they go on and they go to their next 1-night stands or 3-night stands.
Wherever their chitlin circuit, they called it back then.
And you return to your normal life.
No, we're just playing 7 nights a week.
Oh, okay.
We're just the house band at this place that's on fire in Huntsville for months, a year, 2 years we played it. So, long story short, let's keep this tall singer, Casper, that was the head singer in this band, like a Kenny Rogers, but the lead singer. Really good, talented guy. Okay, we're there, we leave. Okay, my life from there went from getting a gig with Little Richard, same kind of thing that came through Huntsville. The Coasters came through, picked 3 of us out of the band. We went for 9 months, went on the road with them. After that, after Richard, that was 72, I came back to Huntsville, played local. And then my wife decides to have her relatives down from Toronto. It's the winter time.
Now you're in California.
I'm in California, gone to California. Skip all in between. They want to come down, and they get down here because it's going to be warmer, yet they want to go ski with all of us just to have fun. Back to Tahoe. Okay. So we end up going to Tahoe. We got a free house from my wife's mother's boss in North Shore. We get up there, ski Tuesday, we get Monday. They come down the weekend. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're skied out. They go, hey, we should go see a show. Isn't there shows around here somewhere at a hotel called Harris? Yeah, it's South Shore. It's on the other side of the lake. It was an hour and 20-minute drive. Now, mine is 20 degrees at night, icy. And they go, oh, honey, come on. You can drive us over there. We have dinner, and then we'll go to the show, late show, have fun. We go. I hesitated. We get there. We do the whole thing, see Liza Minnelli. We come out, and this is the kicker. We come out of the show. It's 12:30. And
at night.
Goes, at night. Late shows at 10:30, yeah.
Okay.
At Tahoe. An hour and 20 minutes back to North Shore, around Emerald Bay. You're killing me. It's icy. You go 25 miles an hour if you're lucky. It took us like an hour and a half, both ways. And I'm driving, of course. We get there, and they come out of the show, and I'm like nodding, going, oh, God, I got to make this drive. You're kidding me. Can't we just get a room? And that's how I felt. And they go, oh, honey, listen, they don't ever get to gamble. Do you mind if they really would like to play some blackjack for a couple hours? I go, okay. A couple hours?
I got a time out here now. You said the word gamble. That's kind of like the theme, the title of our show here. Exactly. Because somebody wanted to gamble, something that's going to lead you to the gambler.
That's right.
Go ahead.
You came up with that at the end of our conversation. I'm going, this is brilliant. So I could have right then said, forget about it. Do me a favor. She begged me. Oh, they're never going to come down here again from Toronto. I mean, this is a big deal. 2 hours, so what? Come with us, do it. Well, that's when he smoked around the casino. I couldn't handle it. So I said, no, I'm just going to sit here at this bar, this lounge. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to get a beer. I'm going to go to sleep for a couple hours, and I'll be able to drive back, and you guys come and tap me on the shoulder. I'll be right here. And don't make it 4 o'clock. That was it. They took off. Blackjack was down there. Wasn't that far. I could have found him. So I'm just sitting there, and they got speakers that spaced between about 10 chairs across the bar. And I hear, I look, you have plexiglass behind all the booze bottles, so you can look in and hear, even though you haven't been in the lounge, seated. If you're at the bar, you want to watch the entertainment, hear it, whatever. You can kind of see everything. So I'm just going like this, get a bud. I'm just staring in there, and I'm hearing Reuben James, Kenny Rogers on, and we used to call them has-beens or whatever. Paul Revere and the Raiders, they hadn't had a hit, but they're working because they had hits.
Now, so Kenny Rogers is not a household name by then, right? At that time,
nobody really cared anymore. By the generation, I guess. I mean, people knew, I knew, but it wasn't a big deal. You didn't think of it even as a musician, I didn't really think anything of it. Okay, great. Hey, still working. So I'm staring through the plexiglass, and they're playing. It's got to be 50 feet. And it looks like, and I see, all I can see is the riser with the drummer, and I could see the guitar head, a Gibson, and Kenny on his stool singing Reuben James. That's all I could see. I'm just staring at the drummer, and he looks like he's not even paying attention to Kenny necessarily. He's looking at me. I'm going, he can't be looking at me. And I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking, and I'm not racist, of course, but he's got a brother for a drummer. Kenny Rogers, country, white, Texas, why would he? Well, it doesn't matter. Just went through my mind. And I'm looking and going, you know what? That guy looks familiar. No. And I go, Bobby, mouth. He picks up a ghost note on his hi-hat and goes, Bucky. And he goes,
okay, so that means I'll be done in 5 minutes. Come see me.
Come on out.
Now, Bucky, how long was it been since you had worked with Bobby?
Well, that was about 68, so 67, 68. So
10, 11 years?
That was, 77, 78, whatever it was.
Okay.
At least a decade.
Yeah.
They stop. I walk over to the side where they come out from the bar, the little steps. And here comes Bobby wasn't first out. It was, who came out first? Edgar, who I didn't know. Then there's Steve, of course I knew. Gene, oh my God, are you kidding me? Gene Golden.
Gene Golden, yeah.
Then here's TG, and he did have a red 335, so that was right. It was a Gibson 335. I got one. Sunbird. Anyway, and Bobby. And then Kenny came. He split right away, Kenny. He was gone like before I could even get up, I think. Time was over. He must have been tired, went up to his room. And we're just looking at each other like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? I go, what are you doing here? And it's obvious you're working with Kenny Rogers. So they go, hey, we got a dressing room upstairs. Let's go upstairs, shoot the homework. We go up there, everybody unloads on what they've been doing for a decade, how this happened to them at the Holiday Inn. I go, it's the funniest thing. I played there with Jimmy Fox was playing drum. I came out, sat in one night. I remember clear as a bell. Like that was before Bobby even came on the scene. He must have kept that gig, Gene and whoever. I think it was Jimmy's gig. Anyway, and we go, this is unreal.
So now it's after the show.
After the show, we're upstairs.
And you guys are just shooting a breeze in the dressing room.
That's it.
Okay.
Now,
looking for a job or anything like that?
No, I had a job. Matter of fact, I was afraid to tell the guy anything about what happened. You know, and I was going to go check him. So I get. It's time to. They're done. They're tired. You know, and I'm going back downstairs. It's been an hour. I'm 15 minutes from doing this, and we only had about 45 minutes before they're done gambling. And I thought, okay. Bobby goes, hey, before you leave, listen, TG is pregnant. They're pregnant, him and his wife, and he's going to be leaving this spring. And
his wife is pregnant.
Well, guess what I meant.
Yeah. Okay.
Couple's pregnant. And yeah, I guess that could happen these days. I don't know. He goes, Kenny's going to be letting him go, you know, in time to have the baby, and that'll be the end of the gig. We're going to be looking for somebody. Would you be interested? Bobby's asking because he was a band leader. And I go, I don't know. I mean, that's like 5 months, whatever it is from now, and I have no clue. I guess, but you know, we'll stay in touch. That was the end of that. So I'm about to leave because I'm ready to go downstairs, grab them, and get the hell back to the house. I'm dead. He goes, well, listen, you know, I think it would be a good idea, just in case it happens, that you meet Kenny before we leave here. So I said, well, we're going home Sunday. You know, this thing. Back to work, and we're coming in. He goes, well, just come back tomorrow night after the show, and you can at least have breakfast and meet him. I go, you're serious? I got to drive back over by myself and do the same thing. That's like, what? And I gave it a lot of thought, and I go, okay, just to see them, if nothing else, to see them again. What the heck? It's been like, this is unreal seeing these guys from grade school, high school, and then some, right? So I went back. We get afterwards, Kenny's beat. There's 3 shows Saturday. It was like 2:30. I don't know what time it was. It was late. I didn't get there till like 12 or something. He says, don't come too early. He's sitting around. And we had breakfast. He didn't eat. He just kind of sitting there like this. Hi, nice to meet you. Didn't say another word. He had to go sleep. Gone. We looked at each other and go, okay, there you go. We met him. So I leave Sunday, drive back to San Jose. Monday comes, nothing. Tuesday, I didn't want to work until the week. My orchestra, every week we work, 4 or 5 gigs, weddings, corporate gigs in San Francisco. And Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock, the phone rings. I'm going, nobody calls at 8 o'clock. Nobody's ever called me. And it's Bobby. And he goes, dude, got to get up and you got to play with us tonight. You got to get up here. I already got your ticket. You leave at 12 o'clock from San Jose, small plane, come to Tahoe, get here at 2. We go to the lounge at 2:30, rehearse, go over the set list, and we're just going to go for it. Garth's got give me your measurements. Garth will have your suit fitted.
Garth Shaw was the road.
Garth Shaw, yeah, he's great.
Yep.
Garth is hilarious, and he's on Facebook. He knows if anybody knows anybody in the business,
we're catching him.
I don't know anybody that would know everybody.
He's going to be in on this series too.
Oh, he's. And then he goes, hey, man, do you need anything? Can I go get you? I said, you know what? To tell you the truth, if I break a B string and I'm out of luck, he goes, let me go get you some strings. What do you want? He runs to the, just a prince of taking care of everybody. So anyway, I go,
froze up. frozen up. Well, while he's talking, folks, or while we're waiting for him technically to get back, his name is Bucky Harris, and as you can see, a whole bunch of coincidences brought him to Kenny. And when that happened, he got to play with Kenny for a few months, and then Kenny hit big time right after that. So we're going to see what happens here. In the meantime, if you like what you see so far, I'm sure Bucky will be back. If you like what you see so far, just hit that little button down the bottom right-hand side of your screen and see what happens. Okay, so that's that. Let's start over.